AITA for telling my daughter she's not allowed to call me Mom anymore after what she did. I never imagined I'd say something so harsh to my own daughter, especially after everything we've been through. But the words just came out of my mouth. Don't call me Mom anymore. I'm 46 and I have one daughter, Maya. She's 23 now. Maya and we were always close, and I don't mean just we get along. I mean best friend level close. She was my world. I raised her on my own after her father died in a car accident when she was 6. From that moment, it was just the two of us against the world. We didn't have a lot growing up. I worked 2 jobs just to keep food on the table and clothes on her back. She never went without, though. I made sure of that, and she appreciated it, or at least I thought she did. She always said she looked up to me, that I was her hero. We had late-night talks, movie marathons, trips to the park even when I was dead tired. I made sure she always felt loved and supported. I never wanted her to feel the loneliness I felt after losing my husband. I was proud of the young woman she became, smart, kind, funny. She had just graduated college with a degree in marketing and had landed her first real job. I thought she was doing great. Around the same time, my own life took a turn. I got laid off from my job. It was sudden, no warning. One day I had a steady income, the next day gone. At first I didn't panic. I had some savings and I figured I'd find something soon. But the job market was tough and weeks turned into months. The savings disappeared. Bills kept coming. I didn't want to tell Maya. I didn't want her to worry. She had her whole life ahead of her. She was finally free of school and stress. I didn't want to pull her into my problems. So I kept it quiet. I sold a few things, my old jewelry, a second TV, some furniture. I started driving for rideshare apps and picked up shifts at a diner. It wasn't enough, but I kept pushing. I've always been a fighter. Then one day, I got a letter in the mail. It was a loan statement, $15,000, but I never took out a loan. I thought it was some kind of scam or mistake. I looked closer. It had my name, my social security number, my signature. Except I never signed anything. At first I thought maybe my identity had been stolen, so I called the loan company. That's when I found out it had been taken out online, using my information from my own IP address. I felt sick. I knew right then who it was. Maya. I waited for her to come over the next day. I didn't say anything at first. I just asked how things were going. She smiled. She told me her boyfriend's business idea was finally happening and that they were really excited. I asked how they paid for it. She hesitated. Then she said, "We figured it out. He got help." I asked, "Did you help?" She looked at me for a second, then just nodded. I asked her if she took out a loan in my name. Her face went pale. She burst into tears and said, "I'm so sorry, Mom. I was going to pay it back before you even noticed." She told me her boyfriend had convinced her it would be a quick thing, that they just needed some startup money and then they'd make it all back in no time, that it wasn't really stealing because she was going to fix it. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. This wasn't a stranger. This was my daughter, my little girl, the person I sacrificed everything for, and she betrayed me. She kept crying and saying, "I didn't mean to hurt you. I just wanted to help him." I told her, "You didn't help anyone. You ruined my credit. You put my name on the line without even asking." She kept saying, "I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't think it would turn into this." And that's when I said it. I looked at her and said, "Don't call me Mom right now. Moms are people you love and respect. What you did wasn't love, it was betrayal. You used me." She stopped crying. She just stared at me for a second, like I'd slapped her across the face. Then she picked up her bag and left without saying anything else. The house felt so quiet after that. I couldn't sleep that night. My sister called me the next day and said I was too harsh. She said Maya was young and made a stupid mistake, that I should forgive her. Some of my friends said the same. They told me she's still learning and I should have given her a chance to fix it. But others, they told me this wasn't just a mistake, it was identity theft. If she wasn't my daughter, I would have called the police. And deep down, I knew they were right. If this had been anyone else, I would have pressed charges. The worst part, I still have the debt. The credit score I worked hard to build is wrecked, and she hasn't paid a single cent toward it. Not yet, anyway. She texted me a few days ago. She said she misses me, that she's sorry again, that she didn't think it would go this far. She asked if we could talk. But every time I start to type a reply, I remember the look on her face when I told her not to call me mom. I remember the hurt in her eyes, and the hurt in my own heart. So now I'm just stuck, trying to figure out if I went too far, or if she crossed a line I can never forgive. Because I love her, I always will, but love doesn't mean trust, and right now I don't know if I'll ever be able to trust her again.